What's up guys, it's Ablaze Monkey. We are back for another video. Yes, today we are going to be doing another video. We're going to be doing a part 2 to a Dragon Ball What If. And it's a what if that I really like, and it's actually a very similar concept to one I've seen done before. It is what if Cell went back too far. Now, multiple people have done this idea, but with future Trunks going back too far. But what if we switched things up and instead of Trunks, Cell went back too far? Yes, when Cell killed Trunks and went to the main timeline, and we had the fight between Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Perfect Cell, what if instead he accidentally damaged the time machine in his fight with Trunks and instead was sent to the very beginning of Dragon Ball, meeting Kid Goku right as he killed Grandpa Gohan? In the last part, we covered the Pilaf saga, so let's continue the rest of Dragon Ball right where we left off. I don't want to waste any time, so let's get into it. Krillin arrives at Master Roshi's island to discover people are already there. Goku and Cell both look at Krillin, to which Cell smirks. Krillin is terrified and says, Who are you? To which Goku says, hello, I'm Goku, and this is Uncle Cell. Krillin says, oh, I'm Krillin. I've come here to train with Master Roshi. And Roshi is quick to accept after seeing some special magazines Krillin had for him to bribe the old man. Master Roshi then says, we should set a goal. Why don't you three enter the World Martial Arts Tournament? To which Cell agrees. Now, Cell trains with all three of them, and they all obviously get a lot stronger because Cell was so powerful. Now, Kid Goku, Krillin, and Master Roshi are all around, I'd say, roughly Saiyan Saga level. Krillin has also been learning a lot of techniques that Goku learned, with him now knowing the Kamehameha, but Cell also teaches him some individual techniques with the Solar Flare and the Destructo Disc. Now, Cell knows that Krillin learns all these techniques, so he decides that he's just going to teach them to him so that he can have even more powerful people to absorb, and this is perfect for him, you know. The more people that he absorbs, the stronger he'll get, and eventually he'll be unstoppable. Eventually, obviously, the World Martial Arts Tournament rolls about. Roshi still enters as Jackie Chun, but Cell also enters. This time, instead of Ranfan getting in, Cell does. The matches are actually very different, as Cell altered them so he wouldn't face Goku. Now, he could probably use Chaozu's powers, psychic telekinetic powers to do this, or he could just do it some other way. But yeah, so Cell alters all of the fights. So the first fight is actually Krillin versus Nam. Obviously, Krillin wins the fight easily, beating Nam in one punch, because Nam is practically nothing compared to Krillin having a power level that is so far below Krillin's, it's not even funny. The next fight is Cell versus Yamcha. Yamcha still makes it into the tournament, and obviously Cell wins by quite an astounding degree, to which Yamcha asks Cell if he can train with them. He's been staying with Bulma at Capsule Corp, but now he wants to get stronger. After seeing how much stronger everyone has gotten and everyone's strength, he decides that, you know what, he's going to go under the Turtle Hermit and Cell. So obviously, Cell says yes. Another person to absorb, he thinks. After that, the next match is Jackie Chun versus Bacterian, to which Jackie has little to no effort disposing of the smelly man. And the final round stays the same. Goku easily wins his match against Gero, but this time he doesn't regrow his tail. Now, let's go on to the semi-finals. Now, this is a big one. It's Krillin versus Cell. This is a fierce fight. Krillin knows he's outmatched in strength, and so he uses all of his techniques, like the Solar Flare, he uses different Ki Blasts, and he thinks he defeats Cell when he uses a Destructo Disc and slices off his arm. But Cell laughs and easily regenerates his arm back. Cell then powers up to roughly, I'd say, above Goku's level. So he's above Vegeta's level in the Saiyan Saga, and this is way too strong for Krillin. Sadly, Krillin can't keep up and is ultimately defeated by a ring out. The next match is Goku versus Master Roshi, Jackie Chun. Now, out of Krillin, Master Roshi and Goku, obviously Goku is the strongest. He's been training with Cell for a very long time now, since Goku killed his grandpa, Cell killed his grandpa. Now, this fight is quite the big one, with Master Roshi being close to winning at certain points. The main reason why is Master Roshi has a lot of experience in fighting, and Goku being a kid, even if he is a lot stronger than Roshi, is very underexperienced with fights. However, they both continue to fight and it ends with a Kamehameha from both of them and the two beams clash. Goku wins due to him just being overall more powerful. Now, this was very obvious to everyone, but Goku is going to be fighting Cell in the final. Goku fights Cell and wow, it is a huge fight. Cell powers up quite a bit and Goku responds powering up. Now, nobody has ever seen this level of strength in the Dragon Ball world, so the spectators are blown away, quite literally, from the amount of power they're all producing. And so the battle begins. Punches, kicks, they're flying everywhere. Goku and Cell seem to be evenly matched, but Goku tells Cell to use the same power he used against Krillin, to which Cell does. Now, Goku is struggling, but definitely not as bad as Krillin. He's using multiple techniques and making after images of himself, and he then uses something that Cell taught him a long time ago that Cell probably forgot Goku even had. Goku flies up and punches Cell into the sky. He then charges up a Gallic gun. Yes, the Gallic gun is of equal strength to the Kamehameha. However, Goku had always wanted to try this technique. Goku fires it. However, Cell essentially just tanks the attack, regenerating all the damage that he took. Goku is shocked. Cell just took that blast so easily. Now, Cell and Goku continue to fight, with Cell eventually wrapping his tail around Goku's leg. He slams Goku to the floor and continues the fight. However, it's clear Cell has won. Cell powers up to a very high power level, never ever seen before, and he then knocks out Goku in a flash, going faster than the audience could even see. Everyone is shocked. They didn't even see Goku go out of the ring. He just did. Goku has lost. To which Goku is actually really happy about, because he now knows that he needs to get quite a bit stronger so he can beat Cell one day. After the tournament, Master Roshi still helps Nam, giving him money for water and everything for his village. And everything goes generally the same as the original. Now let's move on to the next arc, the Red Ribbon Army arc. Cell knows that Goku wants to go after the Dragon Balls to get his grandpa's Dragon Ball, so Krillin and Yamcha decide that they're going to go train with Master Roshi for the next tournament, and Goku and Cell will hunt for the Dragon Balls, with Cell obviously knowing they're going to run into the Red Ribbon Army. They first of all head to the Muscle Tower, and they are prepared to face the Red Ribbon Army for the Dragon Balls. However, Cell decides that he's going to do something rather interesting and tells Goku to wait outside, and no matter what, for him not to go inside of the tower. Cell goes in and he essentially easily kills and absorbs anyone in there who is a soldier or anything like that, and he eventually finds Dr. Gero hidden away in his lab, who is still actually human. Cell looks at the doctor. "Hello, good doctor." Gero is shocked. However, he looks at Cell closer. "Wait, I know you." He plunged into a bunch of papers and his research, and he began to pull out multiple different schematics and prototypes, all with different designs on different paper, with having basic enough designs of concepts for Cell. So Dr. Gero would be confused. Now, I believe Dr. Gero would have already started building the androids and not building them, but coming up with a few designs for them, starting off with the very earliest bits of it. The reason I think this is because of the existence of Android 8 being the obvious example. Cell smirks and he says, "Well, you see, good doctor, I come from the future." Dr. Gero is even more confused. However, he keeps his composure. I have travelled back in time. And then Cell tells Dr. Gero everything, with the androids and the destruction of the Red Ribbon Army and his son being killed. As Cell tells him more and more, he decides to phrase it and word it rather sinisterly to put the same hatred in Dr. Gero, who starts to get angry. He needs to make Dr. Gero create Android 18 and 17 so that he can still absorb them. He begins to get angry. To think that someone like a kid like Goku would destroy the Red Ribbon Army and take away his son's life. How dare they? Dr. Gero asks Cell what he plans to do being in the past. Cell tells Dr. Gero to make sure that he gets as many cells from as many people when he starts to create Cell, because obviously Dr. Gero is still going to make Cell, or will he? Dr. Gero begins to have different ideas. Now, as long as it's possible, he tells the Doctor to just keep collecting DNA and keep working on the androids until he returns. He shall fight with Goku until he thinks Goku is strong enough with Super Saiyan, and once Goku is strong enough, he will betray and absorb him. Completely all of life and energy, he'll suck Goku dry. He'll then do the same thing and kill the rest of the Z fighters, absorbing all of them, becoming as powerful as possible. He then tells Gero that after he does this, in many years from now, he shall return to this lab, to the lab that Dr. Gero owns, and reach perfection. Dr. Gero shall become the leader of the Red Ribbon Army, and he shall have a lot more resources than in the original to make the androids a lot stronger. Dr. Gero has an evil, sinister grin. He looks at Cell. Cell would then leave, and him and Goku would go back on their adventure for the Dragon Balls, easily collecting all of them. They would actually run into Fortune Teller Baba, like in the original along the way, with them still doing the tournament thingy and whatever, and meeting Grandpa Gohan. Now, this is the only real important bit of this arc, but Cell decides to have a long chat with Grandpa Gohan, and Grandpa Gohan gives him many thanks for looking after Goku. Cell, for some reason, starts to become happy to hear this, that Grandpa Gohan was actually thanking him. Even though he had killed him, Grandpa Gohan told Cell that he would have probably been killed by Goku, and it was okay. Grandpa Gohan had a rather forgiving nature, so that arc basically goes the same with nothing special other than that happening. With Cell and Goku going off and easily killing Commander Red, Cell had gotten quite a bit stronger from absorbing a lot of these Red Ribbon Army generals and all the other leaders. However, he left quite a few soldiers alive so that Dr. Gero would have more people to work with, making the new one in charge Dr. Gero, so I guess we'll call him Commander Gero, but I don't really know. Now, with an entire army at his side, Gero began to work on his androids with the support of everyone in the army. Having all the future knowledge Cell had bestowed upon him, he began to change a few things and do things very, very differently and I guess more efficiently than he had in the original. Cell had gotten the Dragon Balls and told Goku he had an idea. Now, he had been given that idea by his grandpa to get Goku stronger. So Grandpa Gohan had offered Cell a plan to get Goku a lot stronger and sort of take measures to make Goku as strong as possible. They summoned the Eternal Dragon, and instead of reviving Upa, or the guy who got killed by Tao Pai Pai in the original, or reviving Grandpa Gohan, Cell asks Shenron to restore Goku's tail. Goku was visibly confused, but then he remembered that Cell had removed his tail all those years ago when they first met. He then told Goku he would now train with this and learn to control a special power. Goku and Cell began to train, with Goku looking at the power balls that Cell created, and eventually, after a few months more of training in the wilderness, Goku had complete mastery over the Azaru form, being able to create a power ball for the Blux Waves on his own. I think Cell could use this technique, as he got Nappa and Raditz's DNA as well as Vegeta's, so there's no reason he shouldn't be able to do this if he can use the Gallic Gun. So yeah, he then returned to Master Roshi's island, and he decided to leave Goku in the wilderness while he went to increase everyone's strength on the island, as Goku had unlocked a 10 times multiplier with the Uzaru form. Yamcha quickly grew a lot stronger with Cell's arrival, and Krillin did too. However, Krillin had already gotten stronger by quite a bit due to training with Master Roshi, who was around the same strength as Krillin. However, he was quite a bit ahead of Krillin. Bulma was still at Capsule Corp, and her and Yamcha had still been dating, so that was essentially the same as the original. The next tournament was about to begin, and Goku was still left out in the wilderness. Goku continued to train, getting a lot stronger, and things were going the same as the original. However, he was practically mastering Uzaru, and he could use it whenever he wanted to basically the same degree that Vegeta could in the Saiyan saga. He could also produce a power ball when he wanted, with little to no effort. When in the past he had struggled to make it. Wow, what the hell was that? My mouth just struggled to make words. English, please. Goku returns, ready to fight in the second World Martial Arts Tournament. Tien and Chaozu still show up because Goku and Master Roshi and Krillin still made it to the final. However, this time they are with the assassin Tao Pai Pai, who I think will just incorporate into the story because he never got hired by the Red Ribbon Army because they killed everyone in the Red Ribbon Army so fast. But I think we're going to end it there. So, what did you guys think? Do you think Dr. Gero's androids will be even stronger? And do you think that Cell is going to betray everyone, absorbing them all and killing them? How much stronger is Goku now that he has the Uzaru form? And who do you think is going to win the next World Martial Arts Tournament? What about the threat of King Piccolo looming over the horizon in the next part? Let me know all of your thoughts.
Make sure you leave a like and comment down below. While you're at it, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Laters.